Hey, Bells Crossing second grade. I hope you're doing well. We are still on our unit for nonfiction text features, and we made a lot of progress with this. In a few days, you're going to be able to identify text features that authors use in nonfiction text, and also tell us how these text features help us understand what we're reading. We have so far learned about the table of contents, headings, photographs, captions, diagrams, special type, pronunciations, and now today we are going to talk about the glossary. So we're going to start off looking at our example. In our example, we have the glossary, and it gives us, do you notice it gives us words? But then read what's after the words. Amphibian, a cold-blooded animal that lives both on land and in the water. Camouflage, to blend in with surroundings. Froglets, a young small frog. So these are definitions. I'm hoping you noticed that. So that's what a glossary is. You can think of it as a mini definition for a book, for a nonfiction book. So the glossary is usually found at the end of the book, near the back, and it provides definitions. Typically, it's words that are important. And yesterday in our book, a lot of the important words that were in the glossary were words that were a different color in the book. The author made them a different color. We call that with special type, so that it would catch our attention, and it did. And so we're going to read a book today, though, and we're going to pay special attention for those words, and then we're going to look for the glossary at the back of the book. There we go. Okay. So our story today is a cactus is a desert plant. How does it grow from seed to cactus? First, a cactus seed sprouts. Animals spread the seeds of a cactus across a desert. Only a few land where conditions are right for growing. After weeks or months, a new cactus shoot curls out of a seed. So, as a review, yesterday we talked about special type. I see two different types of special type on this page. The first would be our heading is bold, right? Well, it's bold to let us know, hey, pay attention, this is the heading. Headings are important. Headings give us an idea about what we're about to read. And then below it, you see the word shoot is a different color. So that is another big flag for the author to get our attention to say, hey, this word's important. And I bet you when we get to the end of the story, we're going to see that shoot will be one of the words in the glossary. I also want to bring your attention to the right. We've got a photograph. It gives us a realistic picture of what a tiny little cactus shoot looks like. Then a tiny seedling appears. And again, do you see a special word in here? It's all bold because it's heading, but also seedling is a different color. So I bet shoot and seedling will be two of our words in the back of the dictionary. A seedling is a young cactus plant. A set of puffy leaves pushes through the soil. Soon a small fuzzy ball appears between them. The cactus plant is just starting to form. Roots grow in the ground. The roots spread widely and keep close to the surface. After a rain, the roots bring water and nutrients to the growing cactus. So on this page, what's a special type? I hope you said nutrients. The cactus grows larger. In the first months, the cactus starts looking more like a prickly like the prickly plants you may have seen. Its first set of leaves disappear beneath the stem bristling with spines, but the plant is still very small. So we also have a word with special type here. And can you point to it? So that word is spines right here. The cactus takes on a shape. As the cactus gets bigger, it takes on the shape it will have once it is fully grown. A cactus can be rounded. It can have branching parts that look like arms. No two cacti look exactly alike. And cacti would be our special type word here. In spring, the cactus flowers bloom. Large cactus flowers bring bursts of color to the desert. The flowers often stay open for only a day. Insects, birds, and bats pollinate the flowers. Soon the cactus fruit ripens. Pollinated flowers drop from the cactus. Colorful fruits with seeds inside grow in their place. Birds and other animals eat the fruit and scatter the seeds across the desert. The cactus keeps growing for many years. The cactus keeps growing little by little. Some cacti grow branches. Others produce clusters of plants. Some grow extremely tall. Finally, it's fully grown. Some cacti can live for more than 100 years. They provide food and shelter for the desert animals. People enjoy their unusual beauty. A great way to learn more about cacti is to grow your own. So we're at the end, and the reason I can tell we're at the end is because the glossary is always at the end of a book. And our glossary does have the words that were in a different color through the text. Cacti, nutrients, pollinate, ripens, seedlings, shoot, and spines. So when you were reading the story, if you came to one of the words that was in special type and you didn't know what that word was, you could skip to the glossary at the end of the book and read the definition. So for example, if you weren't sure what shoot was in the first page, it's a part of a new plant that is just starting to grow. And that would make sense because when we go back to that first page, it's talking about how new cacti start to come out of the ground. The shoot comes out of the ground, and that would make sense because the shoot is
shoot.
The shoot is, we'll go back to the end and read that definition again. Whoops. Okay, I'm struggling here. There we go. One more. Okay. So the shoot is a part of a new plant that is just starting to grow. So we've got one more page. On the back is the index, and we're going to go over more about this in upcoming lessons. If you would, click the link below, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and it's wonderful to see you.